War as usual. War as usual. The whole show.
Rap City.
All right, so listen,
City,
man.
City.
We live. Rap City did. Hey, so
what you know about that?
Trust me. I was born in the 90s, man. I don't know about y'all fossils. Nah. Hey,
wow.
So we live, man. It's War As Usual. All right. With me, priest and officer, Thawashab. You know what I'm saying? I am Itazab. And to the top right, top left, I guess that's the left. Top left, we got the wise man mad himself, Lapayad. All right. This is the War As Usual podcast. We don't have a full-blown intro for y'all yet. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any ideas, you know what I'm saying, like as far as what should be our intro, we might kick a few for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can decide which ones is better. But, you know what I mean? Right now, we ain't really got no intro for you. So that's the best I could do as a freestyle for y'all. Hey, Lapayad, man, we probably do freestyle segments too.
Yeah, we probably should. Something with music. You know, definitely got to do something with music. Whether it's a reaction to something or whether it's you know, some kind of bar breakdown or something. You know, we definitely got to do that. I think people are like that.
Oh, man, a bar breakdown? That'd be crazy.
That should be fire.
Yes.
Shit, did you share the YouTube link to I guess share it to to people?
Yeah, we sharing the link. Yeah, everybody, you know, if you're watching online, make sure you share that link. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like, hit the bell for notifications. All right. So every time we go live, you get notified. That's a bar right there.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you got the link to the StreamYard, if you want to come up and ask a question on the live, you have to, number one, you have to show your face. And number two, we want to keep the question or the comment to a minute at the most. Your question will be asked and then we'll drop you right back out of the live. So if you do come up, you have to be on camera and we're going to keep it to a minute.
Sir.
All right.
Black titty titty.
Hey, that's a dope. I like that red though.
That shit was fire though.
I'm jealous about the red. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might change mine to red because both of y'all got red and I'm all blue, man. Come on, man.
Hey, listen, I don't know, man. We might all have to do, you know what I'm saying, some different
colors. You might have to do blue now.
I might have to do blue now.
Yeah,
I'm going red with y'all. I'm going red with y'all.
Red.
Eat the red.
It's a red day.
Whole lot of red.
Bloody red.
Going red.
All right, man. So yeah, we're gonna get started, man. So what we got lined up, man? What shows we getting into? What topic? You want to do the What you want to do first?
Sukiani.
Oh yeah.
Suki.
I think I'm
Sexy red.
Sorry, I gotta go back blue. Yeah, so yeah, so I guess we could play the video. We could pull up the video. I don't have that video. I don't have that, but we could talk about it and then we could play the video. But
yes.
I don't know if you want to introduce it because you know you brought it up.
Oh no, I mean you know, anything y'all want to put in is add into as well. But I just wanted to bring up the video of Sukiani before she was famous. So this is before she got well known as she is today and got well established from being in the VMAs, from being all over on the internet, being viral, all of that, right? She was on a come up building her career, right? And building up her career, she made mention of something that most people been kind of discussing or curious about, you get what I'm saying, for years. Like Illuminati and conspiracy theories and blood sacrifices and people that do things to be famous and sacrifice their loved ones to be famous. All these things people are curious about. and they'll come up with so many conspiracies behind it. You know, like even with me, like Itazab put in the chat that he was big into that before he joined the truth, and I was as well too. Like, I used to actually listen to songs reversed, like not knowing what the hell they were saying, you know what I'm saying, but just trying to catch something. And because, you know, that was the topic that was going on of discussion, that, you know, if you play it backwards, you're gonna hear some devil shit. Yeah. In my mind, I'm on the lookout for that. So anything that I hear is crazy, like if God, like, you know what I mean? And he might not even be, he's not even talking. Yeah. But because my mind is already on that, I'm assume that's what he's saying in reverse.
Right. And if I could,
you hear me?
If I could, yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, you got it.
Now I was gonna say, if I could, I ain't mean to cut you off, but I don't know if everybody remember this though, but before they started talking about the Illuminati stuff, like before that was happening, Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia was really like in that realm. You know what I mean? Like, and when you go and look at the interviews, you see that most of the time they were just doing that. They wasn't really into it like that, but it was selling records. People was into something being dark. When you bought, this was like the first tape that I ever bought, really. Maybe the second one, but with my own money. The first tape I bought, East 99. When you opened up the little album art, they had a section there that had a paragraph. It was a paragraph, but it was backwards. And the only way you could read it is if you put it up to a mirror. And then you can actually read it. Like, and then it had like the, you know, skull with the, you know, cross, you know what I'm saying, and all that on it. You know what I mean? Like, my mom was freaking the hell out about that, you know. She like, what did I give you money to buy? And then on top of that, they was rapping fast. So she thinking they summoning something, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that whole Illuminati spirit, so to speak, was like already there. And then it's like years later they really coined it and really try to bring it into, you know, it was really like a hip-hop thing at that point. But from my recollection, Bone and like 3 6 Mafia, before they started doing like the club music, 3 6 Mafia was on that same thing with how Bone was. Like they mixtapes and stuff like that was real dark and filled with, you know, Ouija boards and all the other type of stuff. So yeah, that spirit been there.
Yeah, they was kind of like the pioneers of being, you know, I guess devilish, if you want to say.
Yeah. Talking to Ouija boards.
Man, I remember when that video, I was a youth, you know, when that video was, you know, already popular or whatever, and I remember being afraid of seeing that joint. You know,
which
what I'm
one?
Saying? Like with the part when the dude eyes turn black and he.
Oh, you talking about Crossroads?
Yeah, Crossroads.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, damn, like what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? And that's before I ever knew anything about anything in life. I was a fucking child. But
listen.
I do remember them. I definitely remember them. I
remember it was a video.
My bad.
You hit the settings gear, I think.
Okay.
You're not mistaken. Hit the settings gear.
But my bad, I don't mean to cut you off.
Or nah, you too up. Yeah, you hit the settings gear. Right? And then I think go to general. Nah, that ain't it. Or hit the three dots next to your icon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Down at the bottom. Hit the three dots. And then you edit name. But nah, it was a video a while back with ODB and Method Man, right? And this came out like a while back, probably like 12 years ago, 15 years ago. And ODB, you know, like asking Method Man questions about the industry, and you know, Meth he keeping it, you know, GQ or whatever. He just like, you know, these people, they don't want us to really be famous, whatever he was saying, and just kind of keeping it GQ. And then you can see ODB like just he off in another world, just thinking about what's really going on. And then when he goes to open his mouth, you know what I'm saying, he starts talking like conspiratorial, right? He started getting real conspiratorial. And you see on Method Man's face, like, damn, like, yeah, you're right, but damn, we can't be out on TV talking about this stuff. And like, I knew when I was like Scott just said, you know what I'm saying, I would watch videos about the Illuminati, and then I see this video pop up, and, it's like, oh my God, it's true. You know what I'm saying? ODB said it, and they killed them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Shit, I remember when Lil Wayne was popping.
You said what?
When Lil Wayne was doing his thing, remember the height of his career? Everybody was like, yo, this nigga, he must be the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with Jay-Z.
Yeah, especially with Jay-Z. And anybody that rose to any type of fame, one of the first things they were saying was they had to either sacrifice somebody or, they had to do some ritual. What's the thing they were saying Jay-Z was affiliated with outside of Illuminati? It was the one you got to go like to the 33rd level, the
Freemason.
Yeah, the Freemason thing.
Yeah.
And they was like, you get to like the 33rd degree. I think he had a song with something like that in it. But it's like you get to the 33rd degree of the Freemasons, and then they tell you the real name of God. Or maybe I'm sharing some information I shouldn't be sharing. Maybe oops. Oops.
You about to knock on your door.
My bad. But no,
hey, man.
yeah, it was something like that. But it was crazy with the hand signals, and every time like you would turn on TV and magazines or whatever, you would always see them just catching somebody with a hand signal, and it was just everybody was affiliated with the Illuminati. But what I found to be so crazy about that is that it was only black people who they was associating with the Illuminati.
Yeah,
I never seen them take like any type of white pop star. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't saying Britney Spears. They wasn't saying whoever was at the time. They wasn't saying that they was affiliated with the Illuminati. They were just saying all black people. So any type of success that we got, it just had to be the Illuminati behind us. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, some sort of folklore behind our success.
So check this video out real quick. I'm sorry to drop out. I think he's gonna be back in a second. But this video, right? This is what I was talking about. Let me play it for a minute.
Can't party your life away, dream your life away, sleep your life away, fuck your life, because your seeds come out the same way. It's like that's why we'll throw little things out there like that just to see if they'll catch on to it and how many people will catch on to it so people can see it. But it's like sometimes I start to think like the hip hop audience ain't that intelligent sometimes, but they don't pick up on it because they let the corniest shit get the most airplay. You know what I mean? The most unconscious shit get the most airplay. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? The government. And they run up on me talking about keep it real. Don't run up on me saying keep it real if you ain't supporting the real. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
The government brainwash our people with the mind control theory. That's what they do. So that makes our people like it. They keep playing that same song. The same song you playing, you start like it, you start to grow with it, you start to get cloned with it. So then for the cloning then it just takes over. It takes over the human body. It takes over the spirit. It takes over the soul. And therefore, behold, that's what you got.
That your mentality stays direct on the straight and narrow. You know what I mean? The straight and narrow path. Because a lot of people can be easily led in the wrong direction and hard to be led in the right. That's why a lot of this hip hop shit is just copycats. And a lot of copycats get over. Let's just stop this, all right? We're going to start pointing the finger anyway at all the fake hip hop shit.
When we say the fake hip hop shit, we talking about the government.
Listen, I love the government, man. CIA, FBI, I love y'all niggas. Don't go knocking on my
Yo.
I love them too. They all my children.
Keep us safe.
Yo, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
man. that fell victim.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna end it at that. You know what I'm saying? But you see, your boy Meth, man, he's not trying to have none of that conspiracy stuff because he know what happens when you start, talking about the devil's dirty business. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. What do y'all think about selling y'all soul?
See, I want to get there, but if I could, let me land this plane real quick because that's a whole nother plane in itself. So I'm gonna bring up like how he mentioned then how ODB is thinking about, you know what I'm saying, the government, you know what I'm saying, like that's like people think it's, and it kind of does segue into what you just asked, but people think that this whole Illuminati thing is so spooky, and they just unalive you. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking, but you don't really see the real work. The real work is getting hooked on drugs, and then you slowly deteriorate, and your mind starts to leave you. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you actually have a mind of your own, and you sober for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You ain't on no hard drugs, and you ain't overusing alcohol. You can put these type of things together in your mind, like, oh yeah, this happened because of this. This happened because of this. You know what I'm saying? Let alone if the money messes with your mind. Matt, he want the money, so he's like, yo, listen, the government is good. Everybody know the government ain't good. Everybody know that you can't love the government. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who's oppressing you. But because he loves money, he can't say that. And because ODB has a clear mind, he can put those two together like, yo, I'm living this way and the government is doing this. It's the government's fault. Well, guess what? Now they can influence him with drugs. You know what I'm saying? They might not be able to influence him with the money, but he's ODB. He only, you know what I'm saying? He on food stamps. So see, all right, well, let's get him on drugs. And this is what happens to all our people. That's what happened to the Black Panthers. Now they all hooked on drugs and they can't fight. They don't have a mind to fight. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the wherewithal. So they get on drugs, then eventually they overdose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
Facts.
Yeah. Agreed.
Facts. So what's up? Y'all selling y'all souls or what? That's what I want to know. if Leo Cohen's came with a rap contract right now and said, I'm gonna give you $2 million, but on the contract it said for your soul, would you sign it?
I'm gonna say no.
Can you talk about what it means?
I'm gonna say no.
Can you talk about what it means to sell yourself?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go into.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as far as the selling your soul thing, like, because I know we're gonna go into that video with Suki or whatever her name is, but I think the mysterious part behind that, when people say selling your soul, they literally think it's like a contract where it's some blood spilled on it, and your soul belongs to the devil. And when you don't complete the contract, he comes to collect your soul. I mean, I don't know. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I think. You know what I mean? So, right. But realistically, the whole sell your soul thing, like they're saying sell your soul, but it just has to be put in context. So selling your soul, your soul is who you are. And I think that Suki video is her change from, and we'll talk about it, but her change from where she was in this video and then where she is now is the actually the complete definition of selling your soul. When you start one way and then to make the money, you change and be something that you're not. And I think that you can actually get and sign a contract and make money and rap or do whatever you're gonna do and still be yourself if they allow that. But when they get to the place where it's like, well, I'm an actor and I'm doing pretty good, but to make it up to this $10 million, you got to kiss a man. Then it's like, now you selling your soul, because that's not even you, but now you becoming something else. So I think that's what really the selling your soul thing is. So when they say they sell their soul, I mean, we see it sometimes. We see them change from, this wholesome, I'm just all about hip hop, I'm all about R&B, I'm all about acting, and then next thing you know, they wearing a dress, or they on the red carpet twerking or just doing some ungodly act.
Facts. What say ye, Itazab?
Listen, listen. Now you saying in black and white, you got to say your soul.
You said
I know
what?
all right, so listen. So the contract says in black and white, you in order to get this deal, you gotta sell your soul, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah. What is that? What is selling your soul?
Yeah. So I mean, like what y'all said, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely that. Like you become whatever they want you to be. You know what I mean? So whatever that entails. Let's take the cat Nas X, for example. You know what I'm saying? He's a great artist. Great country music artist, right? Notice how after he made the greatest country song in the world, he no longer makes country style music. Like all of his music now is literally, I want to blow the devil's rod. You get what I'm saying? That's literally selling your soul. Like he literally just sold his soul completely away. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally gave up what made him the great artist that he was to blow the devil's rod. Literally, like he's literally hanging from the devil's rod right now. The devil we know is not some red man under the earth with horns and a pitchfork. He's the red man that lives on the earth that tells you that has a contract for you to sign. You know what I'm saying? And Lil Nas X signed that contract and put the devil's rod right in his mouth. And that's literally what selling your soul is. And they'll tell you that when you sign your contract. A lot of these rappers don't realize that in their contract it says that the contractor is buffing, man. You gotta pardon me, man. The rain is real bad over here. It's getting in the way of this cheap Wi-Fi we got.
Yeah.
But
soul not for sale. There you go, Universal.
Yeah.
Won't be a music group. Soul not for sale.
They don't want you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, they like you want good Wi-Fi? Hey man, sign on this better line, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like what was I saying?
That
like
Nas X
people
example that you used was a good example.
So like people, like young brothers in slavery, that's what they really going after. The young black man. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that when they read that contract and it says the contractor owns your likeness and your name, like you are what they say to be. Like you can't be you anymore. Whatever you believed in before, you can't believe that. You got to believe what we tell you to believe. Whatever you do has to be what we tell you to do because we own your likeness. Meaning, if you're put in a video, if you put in a commercial, or if you're doing a photo shoot for somebody, whatever the case may be, if you're using your likeness in anything, it has to be what the contract allows or requires. You know what I'm saying? So if the contract says, if the contractor tells you verbally, hey, you're going to do this photo shoot, but I want you to wear a skirt, you have to wear the skirt because your likeness belongs to them for however long that contract lasts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the contractor says, you have to kiss this man on set with the camera. You do that. That's what the contract says you have to do. So some of your songs is exactly that. And that's the only way you can really make your money. Now, if you're the type of dude that knows the laws and knows that all you have to really do is sell records, you know what I'm saying? Like if you get a lawyer to read over your contract and the contract says that you have to sell this amount of records, then you can sell those records and you can make your own money just doing shows. Just by popping up, just doing a pop-up. You know what I'm saying? But people only gonna ask you to pop up if you're famous enough for them to pay you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not paying you just for being somebody.
So what y'all ultimately saying, both of y'all, is saying that you ain't gotta slit open your skin, put blood on a piece of paper. You ain't gotta kill your family members to sell your soul to the devil. Oh,
Nah.
okay. I got it.
You ain't got to do none of those things.
You ain't got to do none of those things, huh?
Nah.
Okay. But what they
Yeah,
doing
here's
now is getting these niggas.
And Salaki to the people watching, we had some bad weather down here in Florida, so it's keeping us. It got us kind of in and out, so bear with us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
I think you done?
Yeah, I'm done. My shit was cutting out in and out.
Yeah,
we can't really hear what you're saying.
Yeah, that shit is a piece of shit.
Yeah, the oppressor is the devil. See, we ain't have to sign our lives away. We ain't have to sell our souls to be oppressed. You know what I'm saying? We signed another contract. We signed a contract with the Most High, and that's we broke that contract. So shoot, you know what I mean? What you gonna do?
And they know who to target. You know what I'm saying? They targeting like for example Doja Cat. Look at her. She come into the game, and she just a regular girl. You know what I mean? Regular woman. You know what I'm saying? Singing regular songs, twerking, and doing all that stuff that they all do to get money. But then, like months later, she didn't shave her head off. She didn't put horns under her skin.
I seen that.
I think one video award show, she showed up looking like a flaming hot Cheeto. Like she had like red dust all over her face. Like she was sparkling, like, you know what I'm saying? And then this is the one that really irritated me. She was doing
that was the Met Gala.
She was doing a red carpet event, and they was interviewing her, right? This was the most irritating thing I've ever seen in my life, I think. Cringe worthy. She was doing a red carpet event. They were interviewing her, and she had makeup on, but she was like a cat, right? So she had the nose and everything like a cat. And so when they interviewed her, they was like, "So how you feel?" I can't even do it. She was like, "How you feel about the red carpet event?" You know what she said?
Meow.
She said, meow. And she kept doing it too. They like, "So you enjoy yourself?" She like, meow, 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 meow. And I'm like, who, as an interviewer, you know what I mean? Like, I would be so embarrassed to have to sit there and put a mic in front of a grown woman's face and she purring like a cat and not talking English. If that's not selling your soul, then you sold your damn soul when you're doing that.
The bitch did come out and say she was a cow.
She said she was a cow. I was about to say her first hit. Her first real hit was like moo. She was like moo. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was like a real actual song. I'm thinking it's like, you know, one of them parody type of songs.
Yeah.
This bro got an actual album with that song.
Yeah.
But that's real shit though. I get what you're saying, Lapayad. Like, you know what I'm saying, and Itazab as well too. Like, motherfuckers will do crazy things just to get notoriety. So let me ask this then. Would you say people that do things that seem normal, like certain beliefs or certain practices, would you say that's selling your soul as well too? But they're normal in society. But would you say certain beliefs and practices that don't go with God or godliness, would you say those will be a form of selling your soul? If y'all get what I'm asking.
I'll give you an example. I do, and I can give you an example of that, right? If you came over here, or if your forefathers came to America on a slave ship, the slave ship was owned by people of a certain race. They were manned by people of a certain race, and you know what I'm saying, like, you were bound by these same people of this particular race, right? And then you got into another land, and they told you that this is now your God, this is now your name. You were going to do this, you're going to talk like this, and you're going to answer to this. And you're going to worship this image who looks like me. And then you turn around, and now The same people who did these horrible things to you, you not want to be like them by just by will. You want to be like them, or you just want to be around them, or both. And you actually go to religious gatherings with them. You go to parties with them. If you're doing things to be part of the group of the same type of people, the same race of people that did atrocities to your people and never answered any type of question and never answered any of the crimes they committed. Never none of them paid for the crimes that they committed. None of them apologized for the crimes in a way that it affects the entire nation. Then you definitely sold your soul to the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's one way that you can sell your soul to the devil. Like bow down to their God.
That's pretty big. That's a heavy one. I don't know. That's crazy right there. You think people will accept that? Pretty big.
No, I don't think they accept it. You know what I've noticed is common sense is not very common when it gets in the way of religious belief. Religious belief makes common sense disappear.
Yeah, you gotta say that one more time. That was pretty heavy. That was heavy.
Religious belief
is not common.
Yeah, common sense is not so common when it interferes with religious belief. Once religious belief is involved, common sense disappears. And I've noticed that my entire, I'm pretty sure everybody noticed that, you know what I'm saying? Even when you're in the Christian church, you know that you cannot have common sense in the Christian church or Catholic church or, wherever you worship God, so to speak. You can't have common sense because your common sense will beg you to ask the question, well, if these things happen in the Bible, how come the way we live is so contrary? Right? How come God said, don't cut down a Christmas tree in your house and worship it? And we do that every December 25th. Right? Why does in this Bible that we read it says, God separated everybody and we believe that everybody should come together? And saying the common sense starts to go away because of religious belief. If you think that your religion is telling you what God says, then that's not in the Bible. So it's like, common sense is not so common when it's interfering with religious belief. So, right.
Makes sense. Facts.
That's all I got. I don't know. Moment of silence.
Hey, drops Mike.
Yeah.
I think a religious practice can be something of selling your soul. I think as a Christian, you sell your soul because you technically doing something you don't want to do. It's almost like they force you to do it. Like when you was in church, like you didn't really want to be there. You ain't really want to do that, but you did it because that's what you was just told to do. That's how you kind of went along. So all that jumping and screaming and slapping at the mouth and all that, speaking in tongues like we were talking about in class earlier. Yeah, that's like selling your soul because you don't really want to do that madness. You know what I mean? You forced to do it as a child. You know what I mean? You forced to do it. You come up and it's just like it's a practice. It's like they almost teach you how to sell your soul. And then that same mindset that you have of being forced to do something you don't want to do, you take that right out into the world and you just mask it. You know what I mean? So is the Illuminati real? I don't think it's nobody sitting at a round table making decisions with blood and goats blood and casting spells and rituals. I don't think it's that at all. I really don't. I don't.
So
I don't think that.
Yeah.
So you don't think that there's like an elite force that's out there that's trying to depopulate the earth with the wind? What people be saying? The wind.
Oh, the Heart Project. I think
the Heart Project.
Yeah.
Project Bluebeam. Ever heard of that?
Yeah, I heard a couple.
Yeah, I've heard
of those things. Yeah, I heard that. As far as the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, they got some.
Anybody that got some conspiracy
they
theories
got
or stuff like that, put it in the chat too, so we can bring it up.
yeah,
If you know any of those things. But
yeah.
that Heart
Listen, man,
Project, I know they say they control the hurricanes and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So how long have they had this? How long have they had this Heart Project? Because I'm pretty sure these same hurricanes been coming here since forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Hey, man,
and recently too. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was gonna say recently.
Real quick, if you a flat earther, man, go ahead and type your comments as well.
Flat earthers. Listen, the earth might be flat, no?
I'll be right there.
Man.
Nah, I'm joking. But I was gonna say recently with the Hawaii thing too as well. People were saying that because you know how it's reported as a natural disaster, but people were saying that the government had lasers beaming down on the island and burning up the houses because by coincidence only the millionaires' houses was untouched, but everybody else's crib was burnt down. Right? All right, I guess I'm talking to myself. I don't know what's going on. All right, I guess we wait till everybody comes back. All right, I'm the only one in. Oh, there you go. There y'all go. That nigga's mad. Y'all niggas left me by myself.
Man, what we getting kicked off the internet now?
Yeah, y'all left me by myself, man.
Man, oh man.
What's the conspiracy behind that?
I had
What's
to
the
get some tea. I
conspiracy
don't
behind
know.
that, man? Huh?
It was tea time for me. I don't know.
Y'all
You
niggas
can hear me?
Illuminati, bro. That's what it is.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
So y'all niggas Illuminati.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Y'all
It's a
niggas
conspiracy.
Illuminati.
It's a government conspiracy.
But yeah, man. All the people that's out there that's listening, you know, we having, you know, technical difficulties with this weather out here in Florida. If you're in Florida, you should know what we're talking about because it's raining cats and dogs and the lightning.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, I heard a loud boom. I thought it was over. It was over. Everything went black. I'm like, oh my God.
They came through. Illuminati came
The
through.
Illuminati got me. It was over.
They got him.
It was
Ladies
over.
and gentlemen, we got
It was over for your
dumb,
boy.
huh? So yeah, basically what we talking about is how people put labels on entertainers or prominent people, prominent figures, claiming how they join some elite fraternity to reach success, to reach wealth, and they do it by sacrificing, blood sacrificing, signing a contract, meeting the devil or Satan himself, or doing whatever the people are conspiring that they're doing. All right, so that's basically the topic that we're discussing right now, and I'm sure everybody can relate to this. You know, by this point in 2023, I'm sure everybody done heard about the Illuminati. You know.
Yeah.
Back then, it was like something you whispered about, like, yo, you know, Illuminati, oh man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Tupac said Illuminati, I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a youth then.
If I could, right? So
Go
that
ahead.
begs the question. That begs the question, which is the title, right? Like, what happened to the Illuminati? Like, people don't talk about it as much as they used to. You know? At least I haven't heard about it like that. Like, you know, you might hear it come up every now and then they got like little TV shows and you know, whatever the case may be. But who's talking about the Illuminati? What happened to them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely something low key. My bad.
No, I was gonna say because it ain't real.
Yeah, nah.
It ain't. It was what happened
Right.
was it was trending. It was trendy for a minute.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It was something that was trendy.
Mhm.
The Illuminati craze really started at the beginning of things going viral. I think that was one of them first things that, you know, when stuff really started going viral on the internet. The Illuminati was one of those things. You know what I'm saying? And like you brought up, they did talk about it back then, and that's why, you know, when Tupac did the whole Illuminati thing, because he was saying it's some bull, it's some BS, like it don't exist. You know what I mean? So he was like, Illuminati, you know, kill Illuminati, like that's some nonsense. And so I think because it ain't trendy no more, nobody cares. Because remember, I was saying everybody was having the pictures with them doing like this and all that, and they was doing that because people was buying into it. And now that nobody care, they full out like Officer Itazab brought up Nas X. He hooked everybody in with that damn country song, and then now he dancing on a red devil with hooks and, you know, in his head and stuff like that. So yeah, man. I know what happened to the Illuminati. It got old.
By this point, it's just
that's right.
It's just a marketing ploy. By this point,
that's it.
Yeah,
and he's just using it to market themselves.
Yeah, for a fact.
That's solid. Nah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, every trend gets old. You know what I'm saying? Every trend has its day, and then everybody forgets about it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that it's bullcrap. You know what I mean? Like, even in, I hate to keep talking about, like, you know, religion and stuff like that, but like, if you look at religions, they got like a different wave of sermons every season. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever the last type of talk got old, they move on to something else. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays it's like those young, you know, real young pastors that got like they bring in props and they be
mime
like,
dancing.
Okay, like, last thing I seen, say that no, the mime dancing, that's old school. That's old school. Like, they've been doing that.
Wow.
And that got old. That got old. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays they got like props, like they'll bring in a damn stop sign and said, y'all see the sign right here? Like a whole stop sign. And they bring in the stop sign and they got a whole sermon about the stop sign. You see, when this sign pops up in your life, what do? You stop. What if I told you that you could just go through life? And it's like, it's this whole thing now about this stop sign. It's like
you seen somebody bringing a stop sign? You seen that before?
I've seen. Listen, hold on. Let me.
That's illegal. That's illegal. They can't do that.
What? I think
it's government.
I mean,
property.
it could have been like a. It could have been a gag. It could have
I'm
been
just
a prop
messing with
gag. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying though.
Man.
It is.
You know
I get what you're
But
saying.
Yeah, like you brought up. You know what I'm saying? You brought it up in class. Like how they'll run into a wall and just act like they're glitching. You know what I'm saying? Like it's viral. It's about being viral now.
Yeah, the art of illusion.
Right.
The motherfucker just, it's an illusion. So go ahead and play that Suki video, y'all. What y'all think? Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Let's jump into it.
Hold on. What did Makara say? She said,
yeah.
Celebrities freely humiliate themselves to keep the money coming in. Listen, that's a fact. Anybody want to talk on that? I will.
Yeah, that's facts.
All right, boom. Listen, man. Like what this sister said, damn, I want to give her a hand. You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what they do. I'm a up it one. You know what I'm saying? This is what anybody who gets on the camera will do. Freely humiliate. What do you think the whole dancing craze is about? Like we've been dancing for forever. I know that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I'll admit that I've done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to dance in front of a camera is a form of humility, right? To do anything, like to be vulnerable in front of a camera is a sign of humility. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have some humility to be able to do these things, to be funny. I tried doing TikTok. I try to do TikTok just to kind of like, touch base with, my followers or whatever. And it like when you're first starting out to doing it, it's real, it's weird. It feels weird because you gotta prop up this camera and then you gotta play out this scene that you got in your mind. You're the only one that's in the video. You're the only one in the video, and it's like you're playing out the video. There may be people around.
Yes.
Like, it's weird. It's like,
it
makes you feel, yes. It feels weird. You know what I mean? It makes you feel vulnerable, and you know what I'm saying. It's a little humiliating. You know what I mean? So but everybody does. Some celebrities, pastors. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll really humiliate themselves to get the bag. Steve Harvey said it.
So can I name a few rappers and y'all can tell me if they sold out or not? Illuminati or not?
Go ahead,
all right, you said Steve Harvey, Illuminati or not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But here's why. No. Okay, wait. Let's lay the ground.
Now, of course, when we say Illuminati, we're not talking about the actual Illuminati. That's a disclaimer.
Did he sell his soul? Is that the question? Like, did he sell his soul?
Right. Well, between you and I and everybody that was tuning in, we know what selling their soul is. But are they doing things to humiliate themselves for the bread? Like, are they the puppet to the elites, the corporate elites, for bread?
Yeah, that goes without saying. Steve Harvey, for sure.
Steve Harvey? All right.
Boule. You ever heard the term boule?
Boule? What's that?
Yeah, I'll get it for you. But we can continue to come.
Yeah. Steve Harvey, I'm gonna say yes. And I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna say the reason why is because of that book he wrote. That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
Jay-Z.
I'm a. I'm gonna say if I say yes to Jay-Z, it'll be because of the Super Bowl situations now.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because now I think he's in charge of the performances for the Super Bowl. And I feel like because Colin Kaepernick lost his job trying to kneel, he just like kind of brought back the black people after we was like on some about to boycott the Super Bowl and the all the halftime performances and all that. I think he kind of brought that back. So if you say Jay-Z, I'm gonna say that's why. But
P. Diddy.
All right, so 1 second, if I could, right? Just to touch on the boule, right? So the boule is basically like a fraternal group. I got the Greek fraternities. This group.
Oh, I heard about that.
Is like it's basically like a black version of the Skull and Bones fraternity.
Yeah, they try to say George Floyd was a part of it, right?
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying, like they basically are saying like this is the Black Illuminati. Now, if like what I'm saying, just to keep it short, if you in a Greek fraternity and you black, you sold yourself. Let's just keep it real. Like you go into these are HBCUs, these are historically black colleges, enlisting to be hazed and brutalized, all for the sake of being part of a Greek fraternity. You saw yourself, bro.
Facts.
So yeah, boule is like the black Illuminati.
So Makara said Jay-Z is on that list.
Oh yeah,
what about Diddy?
She right about that.
What about Diddy?
Ben.
Yeah.
Long time ago, that nigga, he's the
probably.
Man.
What about Nas?
I can't say I've seen anything with Nas. He always trying to kick knowledge, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, the last one. Beyonce.
Beyonce. I mean,
definitely.
Listen, you are who you land with. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think she did.
Hey, what about what about the Woo? What about RZA?
You said the who?
RZA.
The RZA? Did he sell his song? He sold out? Shit. Didn't he say something about
conversation, right? Like, huh?
Who was that said something about niggas wearing hoodies? That we shouldn't be wearing hoodies or something like that. Was that him? Y'all remember that?
I don't even know. Was it after
that sounds something Bill Cosby would say?
Y'all don't remember? I think it was the RZA, bro. Where it was after the I think it was not the George Floyd, the Trayvon Martin joint.
Trayvon Martin.
And he was like, yeah, we gotta dress better. We gotta stop wearing hoodies. We gotta stop, sagging our pants and all that. So I don't know.
Yeah, that nigga Illuminati.
He sound like Bill Cosby.
That nigga Illuminati.
Illuminati. He said.
That nigga Illuminati if you saying that.
Boo!
Any nigga say don't wear hoodies.
Buddhist man.
Said don't wear hoodies, y'all. I'm telling you.
Speaking of P. Diddy though, that nigga P. Diddy, him and Jay-Z was on some what it was, Vote or Die.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Guess what, man? Listen, that right there was organized by the devil. That was organized by the devil. You can
said
better
Vote or
believe
Die.
Yeah, and guess what? We voted, and we still died.
Still died. Damn,
or
Diddy.
We still lost our lives. We believed in you, Diddy. What you do? What did he do?
Okay, Makara saying something in the chat. Y'all might want to read what she talking about now. Niggas selling the souls.
Let me see, man.
She said Diddy's whole career is a conspiracy theory. Facts. I could agree with that. He just came out of nowhere. And he is, because when they did that Biggie movie, I know he had something to do with the Biggie movie, but if you watch his lines in the Biggie movie, he ain't doing nothing but saying positive stuff through the whole movie.
Yo, you know that
nigga ain't. Yeah, bruh. Everything he said sounded like it was a Hallmark card. Like, y'all brothers, We need to build together and build this. I'm like, nigga, no, that's not what was happening. That's not what you was doing.
Nigga, I seen that too, bro. That's crazy that you noticed that, man. I remember I seen that. I was like, damn, they made this nigga a hero in this movie.
That nigga was a hero, bro. He was a hero in that movie, dog. He didn't say not one foul thing. He didn't say no cuss word. Nothing. I was like, man, this guy.
That nigga even told him not to do who shot you. He was like, no, guys, we got to keep the peace.
Yeah. But you know, in real life, he did. He was behind that. So
yeah,
put that in the movie, like he had all control over that. So it's not like, you know, get out of here. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, so
I'm trying to find that story you were talking about.
What
it should be in the chat. In the text chat.
I'm talking about with RZA.
Oh, the RZA, yeah, the RZA said don't wear sweaters, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Sweaters?
That nigga said don't wear. He said don't wear hoodies. Nigga.
Oh,
my bad.
Nigga can't wear a sweater.
Nigga, don't be cozy. Nigga, don't wear
sweater.
Nigga, you need to be cold out here. Nigga, don't be warm. Got a sweater on, nigga. What you think?
Oh yeah. RZA. Okay, look, I got a article from Baller Alert that says Wu-Tang's RZA talks all lives matter.
Oh,
and
man.
Dressing better. Yeah, he was on some all
lives matter. Is that why you brought
stuff.
Up his name? Why you brought up? Is that why you brought up his name?
Nah, not why, bro.
Why?
I brought up his name because he's in a lot of movies. He's in a lot of, like he got a lot going on. Like they make him super famous. I'm not the type of nigga that I hate on another brother's success, but when I do see like rapid success out of nowhere and it's like backed by zero to no talent or little to no talent, it makes me it makes those red flags go off in my mind.
If I may, that brings up another topic then. Could a nigga that's successful in the rap game, in the music industry, is it because he sold his soul? A nigga that sell $1 million records, is it because he sold his soul? You said what?
Nigga!
Nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, like you gotta once I know I got like a backstory for every answer I give. I gotta
go ahead.
This one cat, he got on camera and he was like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I gave I don't want to say the word. He's like, I blew Birdman for the deal. He's like, I blew Birdman for the deal. Yeah, I did it. After I seen that, I'm like, yeah.
Who said that?
That's just what happened.
Who said that?
I don't remember exactly the name of the artist, but he signed a deal with Birdman, and I could pull up the video.
Nah, I'm good.
Man, don't nobody want to see that. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause. I don't want to see that.
Not the video of him signing the deal.
Period.
Listen, that's crazy. I'm just not even. Let's not do that.
Great. Did y'all see what Makara put in the chat?
Oh, my bad.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah, right. He called himself Dr. Love. You know he full of BS, calling grown men daddy.
Right.
Yeah, he do be doing that. That's
automatically. No, man. He got a whole lot of Paul stuff going on.
And his baby mama. Such a long list of dirt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, Wayne was calling.
Thing.
Yeah, nigga.
Wayne was calling Birdman daddy, man. Like,
yeah,
not your real daddy. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, that's my he's like my dad. Like that's like my father. You know, I look up to him like a father. That's one thing. But then for you to be like daddy. Like,
yeah, that shit is pause all the way.
And then kiss him and he's not related to you. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Listen, as an artist, I love Wayne, but that's inexcusable.
So y'all didn't answer my question though.
Okay.
What
do a nigga that sold 1 million records and became successful? Is it because he's down with the Illuminati and he has no talent, or could a nigga be successful only backed by his talent?
Nah, I don't think that's the case. I think you can be successful because of your talent and because of the wave, so to speak. Like because like people, this is what people want to hear right now. I think that can invoke you to blow up, but I also know that they make the wave, they make the trend. You know what I'm saying? Like they when I say they, I mean like the industry, the people that's at the top in the industry, pulling all the strings and yeah, the Illuminati.
That's what he wanted to
the
say. The Illuminati.
You marked down.
The Illuminati or whoever it is at the top saying, "Yo, this is what the next trend is." I believe that. You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
can a nigga get famous because he fits that role very well? Yes. Are they also putting people in that role because they want to control the masses? Yes.
Okay. What say you, Lapayad?
I think you can. I think you can be successful off your talent. I think you can. I don't think you necessarily have to. Well, again, if we're talking about selling your soul, be something that you're not. If you do a deep dive into this drill music, they rapping about stuff that they do. So they ain't really changing or being nothing that they not. They really saying what they do. So, you know, I think you can be successful, but you know, you also have some people that's successful just doing stuff, you know, not being themselves. I don't think. What's my man's name? Cool, what's that dude name that be making his chest jump, bro? The actor that be taking. He was in Friday.
Debo?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Oh,
I can't think Terry that he Crews? Walk around doing that all day.
Terry Crews.
Yeah. But for the money, he walk around like kind of humiliating himself.
They paying him to do that.
You know what I mean? So he'd be an example of that. Like that's humiliating. I don't think he walk around doing that shit all day. But yeah, that's but you can be though. You know, you can be.
Okay. Facts. All right. So I mean if y'all want to play the video, we could, you know.
Yeah.
Sukiani.
But you know those rappers that's rapping about drilling, the rappers that be talking about drilling, like they rapping about what they really doing, but the Illuminati want them to rap about that. Like that's what drives home the agenda that they want to push. And so they get high, do drugs, you know, unalive everybody, be selfish, you know what I'm saying? Forget your father, don't have a healthy family, you know what I'm saying? Create broken homes, you know what I mean? Still part of the agenda. So why would they not allow this natural talent instead of being corrupted by them or swayed one way or another? Why don't they just let them rap about what they actually going through? Because we want to push what they're going through and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like
I agree.
That.
I agree. I think that was kind of with what happened with NWA. Like, because when any trend first hits, it's genuine, right? Because it's something that people just doing from their block. Like I was mentioning, whether it be drilling, right? The people who like the pioneers or like the first ones that usually come out with it is more so them just talking about their life. But once it become like popularized, then they'll plant in who they need to plant in to keep that trend going. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like most people is not even a gangster. Most niggas don't even drill. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like with the NWA, they could have been genuine, you know, really from the hood doing whatever they was doing. But after a while, gangster rap just became a trend, and most niggas who was talking that gangster shit was not gangster at all. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could
before we get the Megan or what was doing Suki. Before we get that, real quick, let me play this. I gotta play this. Is it on the screen? Alright, so we're gonna get this video real quick.
Yo, a lot of niggas hate because I'm a motherfucking rich gang and shit. You niggas keep trying to test me. Y'all keep trying to test me. Keep trying to see if I'm one of the five and shit. But anyway, Yeah, I was on media takeout on World Star and shit. Yeah, Birdman fucked me. He fucked me in the ass for the deal. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, this nigga playing.
Paul, you said it anyway. Oh my god,
Suck Birdman dick.
bro.
Rich guy.
Yo, all right, pause. All right, pause.
Clearly said pause.
But listen.
That
That's
shit
what's
wild.
going on, bro.
So that's the
That's
art
what's
niggas
going
ain't
on,
never heard
bro.
of this nigga, bro. Damn.
Starship God.
God damn. So he did all that.
He got a
and
bad
I
deal.
heard?
He got a bad deal. Pause.
Oh shit. That's crazy. Pause. That's good.
Bro.
Let's move on.
Starship God, nigga. I've never heard of this nigga, bro. That's
crazy. Like how you do
crazy.
how
You
do
did
that
all that and nobody heard of you, bro.
Nobody heard you. He did that for free, bro.
Oh man.
That's
Hey, you
horrible.
know how, and that brings me to another thing. Like, you know how people be like, "Did you do this or you know, blow a rod? Would you blow a rod to save your mom?" You know what I'm saying? Like these questions that people be asking is like they'll actually do it. They'll actually do it.
Wow.
And if you do that, man, listen, man, you are alternative. You're very alternative, right?
Yikes.
Yeah, that's weird.
Good. That's crazy.
You got the video? You want me to pull it up?
Nah, I don't got the video.
I think I got it here.
You put it in the chat?
Nah. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, so the reason why we starting out with her is because I don't know if y'all heard the conversation. Most people are saying her and her counterpart, her partner in crime, Sexy Red, are industry plants, right? And they trying to say how they're bringing down the demographic of Black women and degrading them. So this video may support that thought or may not. Y'all tell us what y'all think in the chat. All right, so you can go ahead and play it.
About to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream. And
Hold up. Sorry. Let me do this real quick. I just want to make sure is y'all able to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we can hear it. I mean, we can hear it.
All right. I'm gonna do it.
Hey, what's going on with Itazab?
The boy in the building. Strong
Yeah.
piss on him.
Yeah.
All right. Bring it up. All right, here we go.
about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream. And, you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. You know, and it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I can't. I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't.
What I do want to point out, she sounds a lot different than what she normally sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, like her whole voice and tone is completely different from what she sounds like now. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think since y'all seen that video?
I'm gonna let Lapayad go first.
What
do you think? What do you think? Hold on, Salaki. What do you think?
Of course, like, you know, I agree with everything y'all was saying about in regards to selling your soul and how, you know, people mysticize and romanticize it when actually it's just about your action and your behavior that you're doing that you're not used to doing. But as far as her saying this, I can see how somebody like what's that nigga that was on Breakfast Club? Leor Cohen. That's his name. Lear Cohen's that he had an interview. I think he's the leader, the owner of one of the top record companies, and he was talking about how, you know, Solomon questioned him of why he's putting out garbage out in the radio,
Oh,
whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right?
The Jewish dude.
Yeah, the Jewish dude, and he was saying like, I gotta do that to eat. So to say that, I'm saying that I can see how somebody like him will grab somebody like this sister right here, Sukiyana, and promote her to rap about being more promiscuous and do more lewd acts to generate more money for his record label. So she probably took that as, that's not who I really am. But by me doing this, I felt like I let so many people down. I let my morals down. I let my integrity down. I let God down. So now she feels as if she sold her soul. You know what I'm saying?
So like, can we keep that interview up? Can you get the video up? Okay.
And she just one. That's just one video. You know, Itazab played a dude that was talking about Birdman. You know what I mean? And there's so many other people. The sister was talking about Diddy, Jay-Z, and all of that. There's plenty of people who came into this industry seeking wealth and found it at the expense of their integrity, you know, or their honor. You know what I'm saying? And I think Suki came to that crossroad. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Don't crucify me up. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's right on point. I mean, everything you said was on point, but this right here, I wanted to show that was then, right? That was then. Now we just seen her crying, saying, you know, she sold her soul. You know what I'm saying? So this is her. This is her a few years later.
Yeah. Drinking dope turned me to a superhero. Yeah.
Yo, that's not. I don't know why I'm laughing. Bro, I apologize for laughing.
Bro, nah. This is funny. This is what it is now. Paparazzi, she getting everything she asked for. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna keep showing that. But.
Did y'all see the memes that they did of her after she did that? They had
when they was putting her in different places.
God.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. So my point is, like, it's like she started out by saying, I did this to get my children. They want to put her children in a better place. And then she crying saying she sold her soul. And then after, because what I really think happened is that what I really think happened is that she was selling her soul. She was crying about selling her soul because she signed a contract, and either the money she wasn't getting was right, or something about, you know, she probably didn't own anything, or it just didn't turn out like she wanted to. Fast forward, the money started coming in, and now they like, listen, you got to get on board with this. And now that she didn't got on board, now she got to do these things. Now she got to be on the red carpet twerking. Now she got to be doing that because now they're paying her, and now she's seeing a return. Because in the beginning, when you get in the music industry, you don't see that. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that because you owe everybody. And that's probably what happened. They loan you money. You go in there and you pay for it, studio time, music videos, and doing all that. And then they come with a bill like, listen, this is what you owe us, and we're not getting a return. So, you know, what you gonna do? So now she got to get out there and twerk and get views up and get all that. And now she can make the money back to pay the record label back. In turn, she like, I didn't sold my soul. I didn't know that. That's why she said, I didn't know the business. And most people don't know the business. You know what I mean? They don't. They poor people trying to get out the hood, signing their name on whatever, see this big payday, and don't realize that that's a loan that the record labels give you off top. It's a loan. So
that's a big point. Go ahead.
Real quick, strong palm, because are you able to come on camera? So, you know, part of the rules is you're gonna come on camera. You gotta be on. Gotta have your camera running.
Yeah, I'm driving. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm driving. I could be on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Be safe.
Yeah. Be safe. What's up?
I follow
Play
all the
wrong.
rules though. You know what I'm saying?
So what you think, sir?
I mean, this is a long history of like what Lapayad said. This been going on in the industry for so long. You know, I'll give you an example of the sister. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Chameleon. Chameleon is from my city, and she used to do R&B music. And she went to Atlanta. Next thing you know, she talking about she turns from a singer to a rapper, which is the opposite of what rappers having to do to get in the game. Now she talking about doing twerk songs, and every song she makes now is a twerk song, and she done got famous for doing that. You hear a lot of stories about how people had to change and conform to what the industry is looking for. They'll tell you it's some old, I don't know what word we want to use, some old oppressor sitting in the chair telling you what black people want to hear.
Illuminati.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they telling you what we need. This is what we need. This is what sells. This is what people want. And you have to either conform to that or you'll miss out. And I'll be honest with you, me and Officer Ricavia had a conversation about this to where we both had opportunities to actually make a lot of money in the game, but didn't want nobody to tell us what we could talk about, how our music should sound, and missed out on those opportunities just for the sake of, I guess, thinking we was too real to do it. But it's a lot of people that's real that do it because they want to feed their family, because they think that this is their dream and this is the only way that they can do it. So I mean, she ain't really all that mad about it now. She probably really was mad at the point, but now if she gets it, like what Lapayad said, when that bread started coming in, she all right with it. She ain't gonna be crying then because she gets to live her dreams. She just gotta be a slave for the rest of her life, or at least her musical career.
Facts. If I could, can I pose another thought? If y'all was gonna say something, okay. So
I was gonna give my answer as well.
oh, jeez, Salakia, my bad. Go ahead, get down. You got it.
No, no, sir. Also, so I was before I answer, I wanted to ask though. Like, okay, so how long ago was that first video?
The one where she was crying.
Yes.
That first video was
I think like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
something like that. Before she was popping.
4 years ago. Yep.
And then so in the video with her on the red carpet, that was this year, right?
Yeah, that was recent. 13 days ago. Probably.
So like one thing I know, like, okay, for one, this is I don't know if you can say this. She's an adult entertainer. You know what I mean? So here's what it's like. This is one point that I've been making with a lot of things that I've seen with our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're making decisions that she started off by saying what she wanted to do this for her child, right? Yeah. We're making decisions that are going to affect our children in the future in a negative way so they can have a positive future. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all to say that I'm doing this for my children's future, but what you're doing is going to affect them in a negative way. To help the money, like, they don't need money. You don't need millions of dollars to make sure your children have a good life. You don't. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a little bit off the mark, like off the topic, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to address that. Like, we've been so brainwashed to believe that our kids need money to make them have a great life. A lot of us don't have money, but we've had great lives, you know what I'm saying, outside of the oppression that we got to deal with. And then you have our oppressor who has children who has money, and they building bombs in their damn basements. You know what I'm saying? They making threats to unalive their parents. They have money. You know what I'm saying? You got oppressor, you got devils, pink people who run into schools and unalive everybody in the school, and they have money. You know what I mean? We the only people that think that we got to do whatever it takes to get some money so that our children can have a better life. And that's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Now, as far as this sister, man, what she's going through, you know what I'm saying, it's sad. And nobody told her that she does not have to do these things. And that brings me also back to the point I made earlier about these contracts with these young black artists. And then you're not looking at these contracts. She said it. I don't own none of my stuff. I don't own no rights. I don't own myself. She don't own her music. She don't own nothing she do. I'm pretty sure like she got an OnlyFans account and it's owned by somebody else. But she's in it. You get what I'm saying? These things you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta bring these to the light because the money is not what makes your future bright. Damn, that's a bar too.
God, and if God, that was heavy. You know what I mean? And I just want to give out a disclaimer, if I could. In no wise are we just singling her out as if she's like the ultimate evilest black woman alive. You know, just a disclaimer.
Right.
We're just using her video and the many others that we use as a point to show of what we're talking about, because that's what's trendy right now. You know, she's the, you know, the topic of conversation, you know, the head of conversation that everybody's talking about, and they're trying to wonder, where did she come from? Did she sell her soul? Is she an industry plant? How did she get the success overnight? Well, I mean, she mentioned how, you know, she was crying over this and now she's on a red carpet floor. But I just want to pose a question, right? Or a point of thought, if I could. So would y'all say that people that work hard to be successful and never get an opportunity versus from the people who don't work hard and they always get the benefits, what would y'all say is the reason being for that? Like, what's behind that? Like somebody who's actually putting in the work and they don't get the rap contract. Somebody that don't put in the work and they do get the rap contract.
Hey, can I chime in on that?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, they both working hard, but I would say this, right? Like, some people just got it, and they can do a lot less and make a lot more. But it's other people that know how to play the game. When you learn the game, you either gonna play it or you're not. I'll give you an example. I think we was talking about this last week. We was talking about who the biggest people was in music and all of these other things, right? And he started talking about these 360 deals and all of this stuff that gets offered for you. It's some people that don't take these deals that continue to make music and they never get on the playing field. Like it's like when we start talking about, you know, who the greatest that ever did it or whatever, everybody we talking about gonna be mainstream. Not gonna really be talking about your local rapper that he dropped all these albums that sold albums out the trunk and so on and so forth and made it. So when you say that, you got people that's working hard that you ain't never even heard of. You know what I'm saying? That was the big thing about like Mike Jones and all these cats, how they got on during that time. They were selling music in their cities, hand to hand, so on and so forth. They didn't have a machine behind them. And you got brothers that had the machine behind them. Sometimes it's just being willing to conform to what they need at the time. Now, I'm not sure about this, but I don't know if y'all heard about this. But there was a time in rap where you had X-Clan, you had De La Soul, you had Leaders of the New School, you had all of these different people coming out. They was talking this pro-black music, and then all of a sudden MWA come out, well, I'm gonna shoot you and we sell drugs and we do this and we gangbangers and all this stuff. And they saying that was something that they was paid to do, this meeting in the industry. I keep asking people about this because everybody heard about it, but nobody got no kind of proof that it ever happened, right? But Thawashab, with the question, just to be honest, not to be wrong about your question, it would seem that some people just get on because they see a need that the people who run the industry need, and they're willing to be what they need as opposed to worrying about what kind of music they really want to make and whatever the case may be. You ain't got to be good at everything. You could just be good at what they need. So, like, if you're an actor, you could cry on contact, and they need somebody who can cry for this particular job, and you get the job. You know what I'm saying? If somebody pluck heartstrings and they need that for the job, you get the job. And there's some people, they just working in the wrong spot. Like, that's how, you know, even personally for me, you know, you're a better DJ if you can play what the people want, more so than what you want. So you got to be able to conform to that in order for you to be successful in the game. I hope I'm answering your question.
Karo Khan, that was well placed, sir. Well placed, well put. You know what I mean? I definitely want to see, you know, what y'all Akios think as well too. You know, what say ye, Itazab?
So, you could repeat the question, bro. What you said?
What I said. All right, so somebody that's working hard at. All right, there's one goal. There's one goal, and you have two people. One is working real hard towards that goal, and one is like real lenient towards the goal, right? The one is the lenient one is the one that actually reaches the goal, but the one that works hard does not ever get the opportunity at that goal. My question is, why is that? Like, what would you say is the reason behind that? And, you know, Officer Gazak laid down the perfect answer. Like, you know, it's just, you know, playing the game, knowing where you fit in, knowing your position, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, do you agree? What do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that's really it's difficult. That's a difficult answer to give, but in the most simplest way, it's really time and chance. You know what I'm saying? Like everything, I don't think there's a real algorithm for success as far as like, you know, who's going to be rich and famous. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people who work hard and they'll get the deal, or times they won't. And then I've seen people who don't work hard, who don't have the work ethic like some other people will, and they'll get the deal, or they won't. You know what I'm saying? But it's really for the most part time and chance. I mean, like that's as simple as I could put it. And then, like, I think you have a better chance if you work hard, if you grind. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you don't get noticed more. If you put yourself out there, if you doing some work, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can see your work. But that also don't mean that somebody you're gonna actually be famous or rich. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have one or the other. You might be famous and not rich, or you might be rich and not famous. So it depends on what you do, how you doing it, and how much you believe in it.
Facts. Well, what say ye, Officer Lapayad?
I think, like Officer Kazak said, I think they both work hard, but I think in this game, I think what it's about is who appeals to the animal instinct the best of the audience. So, for example, when they pick a woman to be like, well, she's the top rap artist, you know what I'm saying, in whatever time, she's probably saying the dirtiest stuff. She's probably the most revealing. She has the most shock value. When it comes to on the man side, who's the guy that's appealing to the animal instinct? We need somebody who fits the bill of having money, being a playboy, and get girls, and can do a lot of stuff. Okay, here's Drake. We need somebody for the killers, for the people who just like to kill. Okay, so here's King Von. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's somebody, whoever appeals to that natural animal instinct of the audience is who they go with, in my opinion. So you have that in every era. So for me, I think they both work hard. And I think a lot of people work with their craft, whether it's music, acting, and stuff like that. Like, they work for the music, but you don't get put on that stage because you're not appealing to the animal instinct. And the animal instinct is what people pay their money for. Come on, now, let's be honest. Ain't nobody in their car right now driving, listening to, I mean, for the most part, popularity, they're not listening to you know, somebody positive, somebody talking about bringing the community together, somebody talking about that. Nah, but you know, just regular niggas every day. You drive past and they, you know, they listening to a nigga like, I shot the whole block, I'm ready to spin the block, and niggas is vibing to that. You know what I'm saying? You got teachers in elementary schools using King Von lyrics and using lyrics that killers use that's really doing the killing in school to get their children's attention. They're using women like Suki. I hate saying her name, man. It's just so pause to even say her name. I just don't like saying it. Like, well, I'm gonna have to call her something else. But they using her lyrics in elementary schools. You know what I mean? Like, what's that song? Is she the one that sing that? But what's the one that be like?
Yeah, no, that's a
they doing that. Yeah, same people. They using that in elementary schools.
Whole lot of red.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Getting to get people attention. So whoever appeals to the animal instinct, man, that's who they're gonna go with, man. And they usually the most raunchiest and the, you know, the biggest killer. So
facts, man. Y'all all put it right in perspective. It's a lot of people. But my fault, you got it.
I got a question. Mm-hmm. What made Afrobeat so famous?
You said what made what?
What made Afrobeat so famous?
What made Afrobeat so famous?
Yes.
Black people, really. If I could answer, my thoughts is niggas. They actually took what Benjamites was doing, added their own spin to it, and now it's one of the biggest genres that exists, you know. And could it be timing? Could it be chance? Could it be hard work? I mean, it could be a plethora of things. But as far as to answer to your question, I would say, you know, black people made it what it is.
In what way?
Hearing that sound, hearing the sound, it wasn't really popular until our artists collabed with theirs. You know, that's when it became more global than what it is now. The song, what was that song? What's his name?
Oh, you talking about
it was a Wizkid, that's his name?
Okay, yeah, Wizkid. I think he had the most popular song when it first started.
Yeah, like that cat. You know what I mean? Wizkid and
Burner Boy.
What's that? Burner Boy. Their sound became real familiar with, you know, our sound, and people wanted to hear, I guess, to see what they got going on with it, their remixes to it, their vibe to it. I mean, that's how I see it. I feel like, you know, I don't know, black people just gravitated toward, because, you know, we make everything poppin'. You know what I'm saying? We throw in a damn unk, and now the whole Africa is lit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, whatever we touch our hand on turns to gold. So I don't, you know. Could a white man ascended a group of Africans to make them pop it? Probably too. That could be true. You dig what I'm saying? So it is. I don't know. God.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't really know. To be honest with you, the whole Burner Boy and all that, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference until somebody tell me. I really can't tell the difference. It's not my genre of music, but I like it. But you know, I'm not really privy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't tell you what made them famous.
Here's what I say, because they play it so much on the radio, and I feel like you know, they got a saying, if you tell a lie so much, people start to believe it. I believe that music takes on that same concept. Now, don't get me wrong, the sound of it is like, you know, it's catchy, it makes you want to move, but it's like they overplay it on the radio, and that's really what makes it, in my opinion, that's what makes it as popular as it is. Like, you hearing it all the time. Every time you turn on music, you hear an Afro beat, it gets stuck in your head, and now it's like, oh yeah, that song is on.
I could dig that, right? I could dig that. The thing is, like with African sound, like there's a whole genre of African sound. The sister said is ridiculous. She a Benjamite too. You see the bunny up in her last name.
Yeah,
they ain't fucking with that at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's from the West Indies.
So that goes to my point. Like
big up.
You know what I'm saying? She being a Benjamite, she could understand where that sound came from. The Afrobeat sound, it came from Benjamites, right? So, like I said, whatever we touch, turn it to gold. So there's a whole collection of African sound. Why is it that this is the only sound that came from Africa that became popular? When there's all type of African sounds and African rhythms, and none of that became. And I'm talking about traditional African rhythms, like
traditional African, because can't nobody dance to this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
can't nobody dance to that.
You think what I'm saying? Ain't nobody dancing to.
They did their research.
For the longest time, I thought all music in Africa sounded like the Lion King, but it don't. It sounds like that's what it sounds like.
And you know that's crazy. All the music from the Lion King was made by Black Americans. That brother, what's that brother name? He played in Smart Guy in ATL, the dark skin cat. You know what I'm talking about?
He was a singer for.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know his name.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. You don't know the man's name. But anyway, this man, he was a singer. He was a voice. He was a voice. Right? Oh, man.
That's wild, Lapayad. You don't know that nigga name? You tripping.
You don't know his name? Damn.
I know his name.
ATL that came out 20 years
Jason
ago.
Weaver, there it is. The water.
There we go.
The Quan put it in the chat. Yeah,
you know his
Jason
actors.
Weaver. There we go. You know his actors and singers. Listen, man. Yeah, that brother, man. You know what I'm saying? He deserves some respect. Cause listen, he. It's while we on the topic of contracts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He made that song, and they tried to buy the song from him for like a few $1 million. He turned it down. Now he gets millions in royalties every year. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was on that, just because of his voice on that song. Lion King is one of the most popular movies in movie history, if not the most popular movie in this movie history. And he gets paid every year because of it.
What song you do?
Circle of Life.
He was the voice of Simba, right?
He was the voice of Simba, yes. He was the voice of Simba.
Oh man.
And he sung the Circle of Life.
So that was a black.
Yeah, he was like, man, this whole time I never knew.
Y'all think me so, because I'm like, damn.
I never knew.
Damn. For some reason, I know Simba is not real, but for some reason, I didn't picture nobody behind that. I don't know.
That shit was AI generated, my nigga.
I thought they just had a lion, found a lion that could sing. I don't know. Man.
God. The lion. I'm trying to sing a lion.
Now I got some research to do.
Yeah.
No, but what made you ask that? Itazab, what made you ask about the Afro beats? Like, are you saying that they are there because of Illuminati or some shit, or like, what makes you ask that?
I believe there's an operation to replace reggae music. You know what I'm saying? Not reggaeton, but reggae music, like dance hall type stuff. Like, I believe there's an operation to replace that. Like, what happened to reggae? There was that. Like, how did that die? You know what I'm saying? How did we get rid of reggae music? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Elephant Man. And,
don't say Shabba Ranks.
Nah, Shabba Ranks. That's not the reggae I'm talking about. I'm talking about Beanie Boy. Beanie Man. I'm talking about you know what I'm saying?
Spears.
Like that type of music. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Peter Tosh.
The real reggae. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? How did that die out? And it's like nobody's reviving it. And now we just got, African beat, Afro beats, and it goes to what you were saying. Thawashab. It's like they had to study this style. They knew that their whole wasn't getting it, so they had to copy. They had to study this style. It's like with Akon. Akon is straight out of Uganda or something, and he's not a rapper. This dude's not a. They need
like it, my bad.
That shit was.
It was the comment. She said they needed a boost to their drums to make money. All you do is stump your feet and shrug your shoulders.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man,
God,
like,
that's hilarious.
Like, come on, bro. Sizzler, Capleton.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, I know about yeah.
Sizzler, man, come on, bro. Burner Boy, nah. You know what I mean? So the fact that they like just moved in and straight infiltrated that genre, and now that's all people play. It's like, bro, like it's not even reggae. It's not even Jamaican music. You know what I'm saying? It's not even Jamaican music. It's African music, and they're saying stuff that they don't relate to. They're saying things in their music that they don't relate to, but we do, and that's why we like it. But then I heard something like banana. Like what are we talking about bananas?
Oh yeah, that should go up in the club now. Don't sleep on that. Listen, they saying Afro beats is the sound of the future, man. Y'all better drop your Afro beat record, Itazab and Lapayad. Y'all better come out with it.
That's the thing. It's like I think it's almost
Egyptian.
Like
Egyptian,
yeah.
Like this is music.
People be saying I look like that dude, bro. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
These niggas talking about bananas and fall on you. I fall on you like banana. What? What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, they be dancing to that junk in the club, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that should be lit.
Come on, dog. Come on. People come out of nowhere.
Listen, they ain't gonna play y'all shit until y'all drop an Afro beat track.
You're right,
man.
though. I believe it. I believe that. I believe that with all my heart. I believe that. I believe it with all my heart because they're pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they want it to be the only music you listen to. Every song I was trying to me, Nashak and Lewis, we all vibing. We in the truck, you know what I'm saying? We riding around and we switching through stations. And every time I change a song, it's an Afrobeat song. And if it's not, the next song that plays is the Afrobeat song. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, why are they pushing it? Like, why are they drowning us with this sound? Like, it's other music, it's other great music, new music that's out that's better than Afrobeats. Why are we listening to this?
Would you rather hear Afrobeats or Sukiani?
Gutsy
Which one you want?
Yeah, 5 minutes to live.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. To be honest, hold up. I don't know. Hold up. Sukiana, right? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe Sukiana, bro. Honestly, maybe Sukiana. It depends on what song it is.
Maybe it's all trash.
Huh?
Maybe it's all trash.
Maybe we should just stop listening to music. What would the world be without music?
Shit, what would the world be without niggas?
Basically.
Yeah, what would the world
be? Wouldn't be no world.
It wouldn't be no Afro beats.
It was made for our sake. Yo, if we could,
post of the week.
I wanted to segue into Facebook post of the week. It's a video coming right after that, but I wanted to show this real quick. Might have to start giving out prizes for these though once this kind of blow up. Give me a second.
It's gonna blow up. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes, please. All right, so the post of the week is gonna be Officer Aban Kara 5,000 with this gem right here. This was posted a day ago. 34 comments, 10 shares, 17 laughs, or I don't know what that face is. The surprise.
Wow.
He posted. He said her desire, if for a weak desperate man, I think it's supposed to say is for a weak desperate man.
Right.
But it reads, woman expresses her frustration with men not cutting her steak on the first date. So She says, when you take me on a date, you open up my effing door, you pull out the chair, and you cut my effing steak.
Nigga. Y'all
Cut
better
my
cut
effing
these
steak.
female steaks, nigga.
Hey, and I mean, that's what she said. I don't know if y'all want to hear her say it.
I'm cutting her off. Yeah, play her saying it. Play her saying it so we can hear it coming out of her dumb mouth.
All right, yeah. So we can hear it, so y'all know that it ain't no clickbait. Give me one second.
You gotta hear the tone of her voice. Was it like cut my effing steak, or was it cut my effing steak? That's what I need to know. I need to know that.
Let's see.
So would you do it? She said it the first way, Itazab?
Hell nah.
Hell nah.
I'm like, you play too much, girl. You play too much.
Y'all ready? All right, look.
Good.
Let me see. I hope it play, man.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the fuck I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door. You open up the door. You pull out the chart if it's a chart, and you cut my fucking steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some fucking home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. The fuck? They cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this ass? Do the work. Do the work. We're going on multiple dates. You want some ass from me? We're going on multiple dates. We putting in effort. Bitch, we doing what we got to do to get some ass. Fuck on.
Hey,
yikes.
This video is multi-layers. This video got so many layers.
Yikes.
Each one of them layers.
Who going first? Who going first?
Shout out to Officer Abad Kara for 5,000 for that post, because that was a gem. Thank you for, enlightening us, because I didn't know this was happening out here. I didn't know it was about buying steaks and cutting them for women. So, now we know. Now we know.
Nigga, her voice got pretty deep when she said steak.
And when she said
sure. Nigga, she wants that steak cut, nigga. She needs it cut as soon as she sits down.
Yes.
You dig what I say? But
steak,
that's wild.
My steak ain't cut yet. You telling me my steak ain't cut? Come on, bro.
That's wild. That's wild, man. If I may, I'm not trying to be long-winded with this, because I do want to hear y'all viewpoints. I was watching something earlier today as well too about the whole feminist movement, and they were saying how I forgot. There's a famous picture of a black woman and a white woman both holding their fist up. Right. And they were saying how the white woman was working, like she's actually contracted and working for the CIA. Right. And there was document files that came about on how the whole movement of the feminist movement was to get white women their rights or whatever. And they incorporated the black woman. Damn, man, if I could remember correctly, they incorporated her to start degrading the black man, to start hating the black man and all that stuff. And this was during the 1970s. These are actually CIA documents that, there was mention about the whole movement of how black women joined the feminist movement during the 70s. And the whole goal was to destroy the image of the black man. You know what I'm saying? So, and that just, it played on my head when you played that video.
Yeah.
That shit is wild.
Yeah. Somebody said, somebody brought up the fact that, it said, she commented on this video. We were just talking about Suki selling her, man, I can't say that name, man. We got to name for her, bro. But this was her post as actually, this was her post. You see it at the top?
God, what'd she say?
It say, thoughts. I normally cut his steak and feed him. I'm not a pick-me girl.
Oh, okay. I mean, she was taking pictures with Dr. Umar, so I don't know. She might turn around, y'all. There's hope for her.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like you gotta cut a steak to cut some cheeks. That's crazy.
That's exactly what she's saying. That's exactly what it is. If you want to,
I was gonna Zach the Mars back on.
Oh yeah.
So listen, listen. How you sell yourself for as something as little as cutting your steak? Like, the value of your box is getting lower and lower. They devaluing box like every time I breathe. Like now it's about cutting your steak.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, come on, man.
Niggas about to be posted up at Logan's.
Yeah.
I cut the steak.
Professional steak cutter right here.
Sure that's what happening?
I got the A1.
Am I sure that's what happened, you said?
Yeah, it sounds to me like it's going up. It's not only do you gotta have a bag, you gotta buy $15,000 purses and shoes and drive a Ferrari, but you not only gotta do that, right? You buying that steak that she telling you to cut.
Yeah, the prices is going up.
Now when we talk about price, see, I said value. I didn't say price.
Well, you know what I mean.
I mean, I'm just saying what I mean, right? Like I'm talking about value. Like the value of your box should be more. It should be. I shouldn't have to buy something to get some box from you. Like, isn't a connection with another person stronger than that? You know what I'm saying? Isn't the chemistry we share is supposed to be more important than that? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean about value. Like,
yeah,
of course,
it definitely should.
I'm gonna spend money. You gonna spend money regardless. Hey, that's not even in the factor. But yeah, it's getting devalued now. It's definitely gonna be more expensive though.
That sounded like a
Hey, I think Itazab, I don't know if y'all brothers remember, you know what I'm saying, where you had it where you know, like you was taught, you know, you take a girl on a date, you open the door for her, something like that. You hold the door. She's saying that ain't good enough.
Yeah.
You paying for the food, and you better be in a certain type of car, and you better have a certain type of job. And then after all of that, you better cut up my food for me like I'm a child. or you're not a good man. It's crazy, bro. I don't know. Y'all, I just want to throw that out. That's what she's saying.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you got to do all of that, man. The price is steep nowadays. Do you want a bib, miss? Would you like a bib in a high chair too?
You want a color? You want a little coloring book?
You need crayons? Okay, we got you. Garcon,
let me ask y'all this.
Crayons over here.
What do y'all think about men being called sassy? You ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Hey, are you trying to
every day on TikTok?
You said what?
Every day on TikTok.
I think my connection might be bad.
Oh, okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So let's say the roles are the reverse, and a man asks his woman to cut up this steak and feed it to him, like Suki said, right? Suki put that in the comment. Would y'all say that nigga is being sassy and asking for too much?
No.
Now you done it now, Thawashab.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, right?
No.
I knew he was gonna do it too. I knew he was gonna do it too.
Now you done it now. Well, hold on. Is it
Double
too much
standard
to ask for me to have somebody cook my steak up?
I don't know. Stop, break it down, sir. Break it down.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Men, listen, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm just telling y'all what they saying. That's all. I think Itazab froze.
I think.
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Look, most men, they looking for a woman to be their mama. Let me be honest with you. A lot of men out here, they looking for a woman that could be their mama. I don't think that's the right way to go about it, but I also think that a woman could do more to honor a man. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess pamper her man in a way, right? Because nowadays, like you were saying about the whole feminine movement, I'm saying there's been so many things that they've done to the mentality of our women to make them treat a man like they don't care about him at all. It's like a popular thing to do. Every time I say they, you're gonna say Illuminati. That's a good way to.
Illuminati. You say it, they. That's what it got. That's what it got to be.
Hey, I think you should trademark that for this right here, man. It's gonna come up every week. You gonna see the Illuminati in action, man.
When somebody say they, it's the Illuminati. We know who it is.
Illuminati. He gonna coin that shit. He gonna recoin it. Okay. So I mean, but every time, you know what I'm saying, when they, well, not every time, but with cases like the feminist movement, you know what I'm saying, they literally moved against us to make the woman adverse to her man in every way they could. You know what I'm saying? It started with just getting jobs. Then it became, you know, being the breadwinner. Then it became head of household. You know what I'm saying? Then it became who gets custody of the kids. And all these things is all just to divide the black man and the black woman. Hispanic man, Hispanic woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, what say ye, Lapayad?
We still talking about the steak?
Yeah. So is there a double standard of how men want to be treated versus how women want to be treated in 2023?
Yes. And there's nothing wrong. Here's the thing. There's nothing we could do about the double standard. It's just what it is. Women are more nurturing anyway. Suki, the girl, I'm not going to.
Sukiyana. Maybe say Sukiyana.
Sukiyana, whatever her name is, man. She was saying that, you know, she normally cuts, you know, her man's food up, you know what I mean, and give it to him. You know what I'm saying? They're more nurturing. So for a woman, I could see them doing it. But for a man, I'm not saying a man can't cut your steak, but you demanding it. You was just like, if we go out on a date, like we got to go on a couple dates, I got to buy a couple steaks. Go on a date, couple steaks. Let me write that down. So hold on. We got to go on a couple dates, a couple steaks, and I got to cut them up. That's just a little bit too much. Yeah, it's a double standard, but you know, what can we do about that?
What about you, sir?
Hey, I think Itazab was on to something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. You know, most brothers, they gonna take a sister out anyway. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just cheat or whatever, or they just want to see if the sister's willing to do the same thing he willing to do. But when it comes to this whole thing about the steak and all of this other stuff, right? I don't think a brother would have a problem doing it for a sister if she comes with the right energy. Remember when Itazab was like, let me hear how she say it. You know what I'm saying? And then he said she's saying it in a way like she's asking you, hey, are you willing to do this? That might just be a little test. Oh man, come on. It's just a little cutting a little steak. It ain't no big deal. But the way she's demanding it like she's somebody mama, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a big turn off. And it's a masculine spirit that the sister have on her in a sense. And it's the same way with a brother. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that be wanting a gorilla pimp and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Sisters don't want to do nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? But a brother that just, hey, baby, can you cut that steak up for me? He might get it. It might not be a big deal to her. Like, oh, man, that's all. Like, that's my point. She ain't coming with the right energy. She like, yo, you better do this, you better do that, and you better do that if you want this. And that's just the wrong energy to have, especially if you're looking for somebody long term. If you're just looking for somebody to give something to, and that's one of your things that you have. I mean, some women require purses, some require shoes, some require, you know, roses or whatever. She requires you to cut up her steak. That's what it is. Pay her fee. You know what I'm saying? But if you're talking about being in a relationship with somebody, that ain't the energy you want to come into it with. That's my take on it.
Facts.
So it comes down to this. Y'all cutting steaks up or what? Y'all cutting them steaks up?
Say please. Ask me nice.
Yeah, or don't ask at all. You know what I'm saying? If I just don't happen to do it, you know what I'm saying? Then I just don't happen to do it. You know
I mean, what's she gonna do? Sit there? Sit there while the steak, like, excuse me.
You paying for the steak, so she just gonna sit there and let it get cold. Like,
I'm gonna reach over there and grab that mother. Like, thank you.
You must not want this.
Let me go
eat your cold bread.
I'm taking it. I paid $60 for this steak.
Now she could, but like I said, like she could just say, I don't know how to cut. Like the approach. And she could be a little more. She could be humble, bro. She could be just be like, well, I don't know how to cut steak. You know what I'm saying? From that point on, I'm like, I'm gonna cut my baby steak from now on. You know what I'm saying? This is my baby. This is my little baby. You know what I'm saying? She can't cut her own steak.
Yeah, she got bad teeth.
You know
Like she got bad tooth or something like that. Like she ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, you better do this. Come on,
bro.
You tripping.
I'm gone. I'm out. You think like I don't know if she think that she leaving them after this, but if you a brother who gets told by your woman, you better cut my steak, and you do it, brother, I don't know what to tell you, dog. You're not her only man. I tell you that much. She's getting her steak cut by somebody else too.
Yeah, it's gonna be some simpleton that's gonna do it. You know what I mean? They just think like, you know, they just meet the demands like she a terrorist or something. Like you know what I'm saying? Like some out there
let's negotiate.
Right, you know.
Yeah.
I just can see myself sitting there. I can see myself sitting there with this plate and she looking at me like, you better do it. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you how I react to that. I'll probably just keep eating my food and be like, you better eat, because when I'm done, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, but hey,
Lapayad, you gotta hit it with the your steak. They cut my steak.
We got some comments.
Hey, I was just gonna say, Thawashab.
Oh my bad.
The main thing, what got me is she talking about somebody on a date and her expectations for the date, right? My thing is like, no, if this actually your woman, I don't think nobody would mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, woman, like, yo, I don't even know you like that, bro. Like,
right? We just met.
Cut up your steak. Are you serious? Like, really? So if she's asking for that on the first date, right? That's the extreme. How much is she going to be asking for if you actually spend more time with her? If you actually try to make her your woman? What is she gonna want you to do then? I mean, is this an everyday thing? Do you need your fish cut up too? Do you want me to do the airplane thing with your oatmeal? What we doing here? Like, are you a child? Like, I don't know. I just don't get it.
If I may, that poses another point of thought. If I could, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say you are doing that, and that's your woman, right? You got her, boom, boom, boom. You got her back. She got your back. You don't mind. You cut up her steak real quick. Boom, boom, boom. What does that entail in your relationship that she must will cry or have for you, or you know, vice versa, or what does that
like? What does she bring to the table?
I mean, not necessarily like what, like this is your chick though. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what would you say she has to have for you to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this is the long term, you know, my chick, so I don't mind cutting up a steak. You know what I mean? Y'all get what I'm saying?
It starts with being polite. Like Itazab said, like it starts with having the right attitude. You know what I'm saying? You can do when I don't know if women know this, but y'all can move, y'all can bring a world to war. This is all things to men. You can make mountains move by what comes out of your mouth. Not what goes in it, but what comes out of it. I don't think they know that. That's like the first step. You can do that, you good.
That's what I was saying. I remember how you was like, what voice is she doing it in? Was it you cut my steak and you did the little girl voice, like, and then Thawashab was like, do it matter? Yeah, it matter. If you using your femininity to get a man to do something, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what you got. That's your gift. But if you coming with a masculine spirit, ain't no man gonna want to do nothing for you.
Okay, facts.
If she cut my steak, then I'll cut her steak.
You eat my steak.
Cut mine first. Cut mine first, and then I'll cut it. But
and then you think about,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, we're gonna be at a standoff about who. Ain't nobody eating no steak until somebody cut first. I don't know.
Who's gonna cut the steak first? Nigga, y'all gonna be looking like y'all gonna be doing the Spider-Man meme.
We at an impasse right now. Either you cut or
I'm
I
bringing
cut.
my own knife.
Yeah. But I think if it's your girl, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no, you know, you ain't really gonna have no issue with that. You know what I mean? It's all, I think what we all sum it up is it's the way in which it's asked. And we know, as far as especially dealing with men, in modern relationships, these women, a lot of women, try to be, you know, a mother figure within a relationship with a man. So instead of asking and using her femininity, she try to use her motherhood, so to speak, or her mother gene. And so she telling you what to do, demanding things, that talking to you as though you were a child. And I think that's the common theme that we have with, you know, this situation. You know, like Officer Itazab said, you know, how does she say it? You know what I mean? How is she presenting it? But, you know, no man in his right mind, you know, even with his own lady, is going to should allow, you know, his woman to just demand him to do something like that in that tone of voice, like, you know, do this or you better. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his words. Those are trigger words for dudes you don't want to use. So
facts.
Yeah. Nah,
so do y'all think dating is unrealistic in 2023?
Dating? You said dating?
Yeah. Or getting involved in a relationship.
I'll answer.
I was gonna put the
Hey, look, I'm on y'all show,
so
so I'm trying to chill. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta answer these questions. Thawashab throwing out there, yo. He rapid firing them joints and
yeah, he is though,
yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
He gotta Lapayad checking the stats and shit.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say go check out that video on the ISUBK Orlando page. When we went downtown and we had some dating questions, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can go check that out. It's on the ISUBK Orlando page.
You could play some of that footage.
Say that again.
Play that joint.
Oh, straight. All right, let's get it.
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, that might be cool.
Y'all.
I say this, man. Why you getting that?
Itazab, you gonna answer that question though?
Yeah, why you getting that? I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna listen. So, is dating unrealistic in 2023? I think it's unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Not as far as it can't happen. I think it's out of the frame of people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we're not really dating. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the UPK, people are not dating. They're hooking up one night. They're going out, you know what I'm saying, for a night. And they're going home and smashing. And then in the morning, they'll decide if they're going to continue their relationship or not. And that's just the way that it's been going for years. You know what I'm saying? To hell with 2023. For years, it's been just, oh, I think you're cute. Let me hit that. And I'll decide in the morning if I want to stick around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But outside of UBK, yeah, that's what it seemed like.
What say you, sir?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about dating. Let me tell you what I think from the outside looking in. I'm so absolute. I believe though at this point, for people who are dating, it would make a lot of sense to talk to these people on the phone for a whole month. You know what I'm saying? Check out what they posting on Facebook, have a conversation with them about it, Instagram, to have all their social media, and check out what they saying and how they talking, and then see if it's the same way when they talking to you. Ask them questions about it before y'all ever go out, because they may be this chick that's talking about you need to cut up her steak, and you may not notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I saw a video with you talking about, like, was you serious? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, people putting everything they got. You might want to, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to her OnlyFans or something before you take her out or something. I don't know. Whatever dating is like now, I couldn't imagine. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He was joking, y'all. He was joking.
I'm serious.
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, serious.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is I can't imagine, you know, I mean, right now people are saying like, before you even ever met a person in person, they already sent you a picture, they private parts and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm out the loop, like, but I would say that, social media and being able to FaceTime somebody and something like that, you should do that extensively before you ever take them out anywhere with you, because they may be this woman that we talking about right now, and you just got to find that out before you do it. Otherwise, you ain't gonna know to cut up her steak. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say.
If I could, real quick, I think this is Officer Kyrie out of Boston. Not sure, but this is ISBK Boston. He just said something that I was going to bring up. A lot of times these chicks do things for views, and I think this might be a case of that. And this might be like a front, you know what I'm saying, a play to get views, to get clout. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's saying this. It might be the way she really thinks, but I think, in this day and age and in social media society, people are saying things so they can get thousands and millions of views. And they can get people like Sukiana to repost it and shed her thoughts about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a story that came out about a brother who gets breastfed by his red. Listen, people doing things for clout. And I know that brother personally. I know the cat who did that, Alexander. He goes by Alexander Don on Facebook. We went to high school together. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what his marriage is like. It should be that way. I said know nothing about your marriage, bro. But
Illuminati.
It got Illuminati.
I was about to say, what high school is this? What high school is this?
What you said?
What high school is this y'all went to?
Man, Palm Beach Central High School.
What's y'all mascot?
What was mascot? Mustang? Hold on,
that boy like, yo, I dropped out.
Yeah, it was like a horse. It was some type of horse. Bronco. It was a Bronco.
And that's how y'all get down over there? Y'all get grown men getting breastfed over there at Palm Beach High School Broncos.
Hey, man, hold up now. That ain't the reputation. That was that nigga. Hey, that's Florida.
That nigga dropped his name and everything.
Hell yeah. Illuminati. Illuminati. They got him.
He famous now.
Got him.
That nigga famous now. That nigga, he was on
that nigga name and his high school.
Yeah, that's crazy. Damn, y'all.
Damn.
Got me to
hey, but hey, I think he's more views though.
Yeah.
Because of Itazab, people go look him up.
Yep.
Yeah, he gonna get more famous. That's what's up. All right, I'm cool with that. When they gonna get more famous?
Shit, play that video, Lapayad.
All right. So I don't know. We play this. I don't know if y'all how long we want to go on this. But yeah, I'll go ahead and play it. We can
the part where they talk about relationships. That's right in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk during the video? Is that possible?
Kind. I can pause it too, if y'all want to go through that. So let me see. This was the most proudest moment of my life right there. You see how I'm looking at her?
Hey, did she smell like vanilla and rainbow?
You is you is important.
Would you date a man?
Yeah, nigga stupid.
That's hilarious. All right, here we go.
Would you date a man that has another woman?
Hopefully this don't go viral. But maybe it's a magical unicorn out there that can get it and all the stuff like that. But he might be out there if you're out there.
What's your name?
Cheryl Couture.
Are you currently dating?
Yes, I'm dating.
What would you say dating is like in 2023?
Trash.
Trash. Why would you say, what you think the dating scene is like for black men in 2023?
Oh man, that shit is rough.
That's funny, dog.
What do you think about dating in 2023?
Rough.
Well, first of all, I feel like people need to self-reflect and heal through a lot of trauma that they experience. Once you become the better version of yourself, then you can start dating because you have a better scope of who you need to be around. A lot of people are like desperate for attention, if that makes sense. And They pick anything. Whoever choose them, that's what they go with. So
it's all about woman nowadays. You know what I mean? Like shit. Now a woman feel like she really don't need a man. Shit, if a man busts his ass, shit, he busting it just because now.
Would you date a man that has another woman?
Me personally, I would not date a man who has another woman, but that's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it, but I ain't gonna be like, yeah, you know, I got a wife at home, and I think you'll be a great addition and all that. I'm like, no, I'm okay.
Do you think men should be honest about dating more than one
She
woman?
God.
Or should they continue to keep it a secret?
At the end of the day, being truthful, you still gonna get the same benefits out of it. See, you'll get cheated on if you're being true. Yeah, you're gonna get cheated on if you're being secret about it. So,
do you date outside your race?
Good night.
Shit, that shit rough.
Hopefully this don't go viral. But maybe it's a magical unicorn out there that can get it and stuff like that. But then I think about the little lips, and then when it comes to the sexual things, I'm just like, I don't know.
No, not at all.
All right.
I don't know. I've never thought about it. So
all right.
I have, but I haven't, if that makes sense. But
okay.
He might be out there if you're out there.
Boo.
Have you?
Yeah.
That was a relationship portion of it. Everything else was DeSantis. So
nah, that was fire, man. Get a brother head. That was fire.
Get up.
That was good. Good job for the interview, for real. That's just funny, man.
yeah, that's crazy.
And both of them said the dating scene was rough, though. Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He said trash. He said rough.
Yeah.
So,
that tells a lot.
That's why. And it's crazy because like the whole purpose, the whole reason why it's so rough is because we both like bumping heads. Like we want. It's like the one thing, the one question that you asked. That's the reason for the roughness of this dating scene. Is that question about multiple wives? You know what I'm saying? Like when you asked about the multiple wives, she wasn't with it. He damn near wasn't with it. And it's like, but really, he was just on some I would do it, just not being honest about it. You know what I'm saying? It's what he doing to say like, yeah, I would have another wife. I was just gonna tell my wife about it because if you're honest about it or if you lie about it, you get cheated. He's just he's weak, and she. She's too worried about if her man got another wife, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. When at the end of the day, she would have a way easier time if she just let that man be a man. It wouldn't be so rough for either one of them. That's the whole reason why the dating scene is so rough. Because the woman is so timid about sharing her man.
Itazab, I want to ask you this question though. She said something interesting that I caught, right? She said, because nowadays people just want attention. Did you hear that? Y'all heard that?
Mm-hmm.
The sister said the dating scene is rough because some people just want attention. What do you think she meant by that?
I don't know. You enlighten me.
Niggas want.
I didn't really, because to be honest, I couldn't really hear at first.
If you go viral, yeah. So like, all right. So if you go viral tomorrow, and you got 1 million followers and such views on these posts, right? Or say this podcast that y'all just started, it starts to get big and everybody know who you is by next year this time, right? The dating scene becomes a lot more easy because you have more to choose from just because of popularity. It ain't because you know better or worse of a man. It ain't because you chopping up nobody's steak, but it's because I ain't being seen with Itazab and he is famous or people know him. You know what I'm saying? It's either that or money. That's all it is. It's either that they want to be known. Oh yeah, I'm dating a ball player. I'm dating a internet sensation. I'm dating a rapper. I'm dating a this or whatever. So that builds up who I am. It makes them feel validated that they got somebody that somebody else wants. And it's really only for attention. It ain't because they want to sustain a relationship. It ain't because that's what they looking for. It's that they looking for that because they think that's what everybody else want. You understand what I'm saying? So when it's talking about attention, I caught that. Like now, you know what I'm saying? I seen these over and over again, people out doing stupid stuff about to get shot, about to get beat up, just to get some views on their Instagram or their YouTube page or whatever the case may be, and it's all for attention. Well, in the same way, even the people that's dating, like what y'all was doing last week about the celebrity marriages that's going. Some of these celebrities just dating other celebrities so that they can bring some claim, some attention to themselves. Like, look who I'm dating. It ain't for the sake that they even wanted the woman. It's just that they think everybody else want the woman. So they doing it. Hey, Thawashab, we done officially took over the War As Usual podcast.
What the fuck happened?
I am your host, Strong Paul. Thawashab.
God damn. I don't know what happened, y'all. Lawya. Shit, what time? It's late as hell, ain't it, huh?
It's 12:10.
12:10.
What time y'all started?
We started at like 9:40 around there.
How long is it gonna be going every week? Y'all just testing it out to see?
Yeah, testing. It's most likely 2 hours, but yeah, we just testing it out. Oh, there they go. Here you go. I don't know where Lapayad at.
Let me bring on my first guest. You know what I'm saying, on my podcast. He go by the name of Itazab. How you doing today, Itazab? Welcome to the show. Welcome to my show, War As Usual. I am your host, Dr. Mark. Sitting in for Lapayad. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about dating. Hey, let me ask y'all this. Would y'all mind, I know y'all probably got a few shows lined up. Would y'all mind doing a show down the line where y'all bring in some special guests, a couple of sisters, and the title of the show be "What Kind of Man Is Worth Sharing"?
I don't sound bad.
Yeah.
What kind of man?
We'll discuss. Hell yeah.
Get some sisters gonna say none, and they gonna present their case. Get some sisters that might say, "Hey, this particular type of guy show up, and we can have a conversation about it." You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a good conversation. I think it'll be a better podcast than it would be a clubhouse room. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Shit, if I could to touch on the point where you was talking about attention, in 2023, best believe you just know that there are options. You know what I'm saying? And every woman believes that they have options. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers believe that they have greater options or opportunities than the women that they have as well too. So a nigga or a female gonna go online and post the most clickbait, thirst trap pick, and they gonna get the attention that they don't feel like their partner is giving them. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they feel like their partner, they don't even want their attention anymore, or they, not interested in their attention, they'll go and try to find attention for somebody else, man. So yeah, the attention is the motherfucker, especially with this social media. Niggas, once they lose interest, nigga, they got their option lined up.
Yeah.
Hey, I think this. You was gonna say something, Mike?
No, I got some views gonna say something.
No, I was about to say, with the whole social media thing, it's almost like you would be able to talk to, a woman that lives in your neighborhood, somebody you find at the grocery store. That's how you would get a woman, or you come across her at school or at the job or whatever. Now with this whole social media thing, everybody feel like the world is watching them. You got to ask it. It's somebody in New Zealand like, "Hey, I saw you on this podcast and you look good, whatever." And women are like, you know what I'm saying, with people all over the world. So they feel like, they're what they can get is not just, oh, the boys in my neighborhood don't like me. Everybody in my city knows that I'm a hoe. Everybody knows that I ain't worth nothing where I come from. So I could just reach out to people on the internet, and they don't know my background. They don't know the problems that I have. They don't know about my crazy family and all my brothers who shot everybody that I talked to. They don't know none of that. So you know what I'm saying? Now they can present themselves in a way that they want to be presented, and they can talk to people that they ain't nowhere close to. And they could they could find who wants to talk to them before they actually even talk to them by getting their attention. So social media has completely derailed the game because now everybody all over the world can give your woman some attention when you ain't giving it to her. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
I'm glad you said it. I was gonna bring that up. Like before the world of social media, it was a time where you could just walk up to a woman and tell her, how beautiful she is, and you'll be the first one that you'll be the first one she heard it from that whole day. And now it's like, because social media has so much access to her in her life, she hears it 100 times a day. So there's nothing special about you telling her she's beautiful today. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about you telling her have a good day or how you doing. You know what I'm saying?
Some African already done told her that in her inbox, right?
Yeah, and it came with $100 cash app. You know what I'm saying? The African sent her $100 in her cash app just for saying hello. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the type of person, even with social media, we used to go to a Publix or a Walmart or whatever and just talk to a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Walmart was the shit, boy.
Was. Walmart
what? After church? Nigga.
What? Exactly.
Well, what say you, Lapayad?
I ain't hear the question because the Illuminati kicked me off the stream.
Yeah, Illuminati, bro. They working hard. We shouldn't have mentioned them.
So we just doing last statements? We doing last final
that's something Thawashab just did. I was talking about that sister.
Hey, Lapayad trying to go to bed. Y'all sleep. Lapayad trying to sleep.
He talking about the Illuminati. Hey, I was talking about the answer that sister gave when he was talking about the dating scene being trash. He said a lot of people just want attention, and I ain't know if brothers had caught that. And then we was talking about how that plays a role in the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? People just wanting attention. I was saying, like, hey, say this podcast blow up next year and everybody knows y'all from this podcast. Just by that, some women gonna want to just talk to y'all just so they can say, hey, I'm talking to this person that got 1 million followers, that got such and such subscribers, that got this, because everybody knows him and they want to be seen. And then I said it went back to last week show where we was talking about celebrities and their marriages. I was saying that even that might be an issue because some of them celebrities only talking to other celebrities so that they can get that attention by saying, hey, I'm talking to this person, not even because they want the woman, they just think everybody else want her, or to bring attention to they rap career ain't doing good, so they go find this model. Now he's dating her and they can bring some subscribers or likes. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but that was the point I put out there and everybody was responding to that.
Okay. So I mean, I guess I would say when the lady was talking about, when y'all was talking about attention, right? I think before social media, because I heard y'all talking about that when I came in, before social media, obviously they weren't getting as much as attention as they were before that. So I'm gonna take it on the level, I'm gonna say chemically, right? Dopamine. And I think this is the issue with social media and dopamine. And basically, if nobody know what dopamine is, but dopamine is like released in your body when you feel, it makes you feel good. When something, how you listen to some music that you really like, dopamine is released into your body. So I think people feed off of that. And I think women get the dopamine hit that they need, that they should be getting from a man. They get that dopamine hit every day when they open up their phone. When they open up their phone and see them hearts, them likes, them fire comments, them heart eyes, all that stuff, it gives them a hit of dopamine. So because they like that feeling of attention, they got to keep posting. And then if you notice too, when they don't get the hit of dopamine that they like, when them likes and them comments start getting low, they start taking off their clothes. That's when they get crazy. That's when they got to be like, that's when you see the stupid post like, what y'all think about my hair? But her titties on the table. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how y'all feel about this new dress I got on? But she bent over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So before social media, she would have to get that dopamine from a man or something that she enjoys, some activity or something like that. But now She just get a full dose of dopamine first thing in the morning, all day long. It's like being a drug addict, and that's what it is.
Hey, on that note too, Thawashab, just to bring this out, I didn't know if y'all wanted to say the dude that started fan base, right? He was talking about this that night when they did the Exodus from Clubhouse, and he was talking about this how he was paying attention to like this white girl who was like the #1 charging such and such and such for this whole OnlyFans, right? And he was trying to figure out what she was doing. And then he would go on sister's page, Instagram page, and they would have all of these pictures on them that they giving away for free. Of them half naked, bending over, whatever. And he said he goes on hers and it just says, go to my OnlyFans. This is the only thing that's on her Instagram. She ain't giving you nothing away for free. And she's making money. But it's sisters that's way prettier than her, way finer than her, giving away everything for free. And this is what he was saying. Like, people is getting paid in dopamine. They get paid in dopamine, and some people who is less pretty than them has mastered the game. Then I'm not finna give you everything unless you're paying for it. And that's why he came up with the whole fan base where I could subscribe to you. You know what I'm saying? And you can get paid off of it, or we could just have a conversation, whatever. It's different ways that you could do it. But the fact that what Lapayad is saying that people is missing the whole point. Like, even in this world where you in the metaverse, they still ain't getting to the point that even they have value there, and they don't want nothing but some damn likes and some hearts and some fire emojis and all of that. Even not even the money. The money ain't even the issue. You know what I'm saying? Because that feeling that you. This is why people exchange money for drugs, because they want that feeling more than they want the money. So,
fact. And listen, get y'all dopamine through this podcast, man. Get your high right here. You know what I mean? Subscribe to this motherfucker. We'll get you high as you want to be. You know what I mean?
Serving every week.
Get you that rush.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. They say laughter is the best medicine.
Sure is.
Illuminati.
Hey, Lapayad, the brothers is out finding some prospects for I guess in a couple of weeks y'all having a show called What Type of Man is Worth Sharing, and they're gonna bring a couple of guests on here to have that conversation.
Hey, I'm gonna go get Lala Means.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lala Means. Nah, Lala Means, she was in the chat last week. She was in the room last week.
I'm gonna go and find the most ratchet chick I can in Duval and see if y'all will bring her on here to have that conversation.
You know what else I want to ask? I want to ask. Okay, now I ain't gonna say it on here.
That's cool. That's cool with y'all.
It's cool with me.
Yeah, we can run that.
Run it.
What type of man is worth sharing? That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
All right, bet it.
Let's do it. With that, what's up? Anything else?
That's it.
Tout Mon Blanc said job. Subscribe. Oui.
Yeah.
Big up to
listen.
Officer Kazak Damar, man. Everybody that tuned in as well on the chat, you know what I mean? We had a couple comments in there, man. All of y'all. If y'all want to run down the names in the comments as well, you know.
All right, I'll do it. I got it.
None of this would have been possible without you.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely give a shout out. You know what I'm saying? We had quite a few views today. You know what I'm saying? We got Biting Naba and Young.
Yes, sir.
Definitely partaking in
Illuminati.
Yeah, they got
I'm about to upgrade my Wi-Fi service. They got me. All right. But Biting Naba and Young. We got Makara, UPK. We got let me put their faces up.
Yes, sir.
Got these faces? All right, y'all see him. You see him?
Shit, just run down these names, cuz.
Boston is tuning in.
There you go. There you go.
Shaya, Yahawada, Jaheem, Quan, Yasha'Allah. Alright, who else we got? Dr. Moore, Strong Pong. Alright, yeah. That's it. I mean, listen, like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all clicking that subscribe button. If you don't click subscribe, you never know when we live. And while you at it, hit the bell because we hot as hell. And guess what? If you really care, then you should hit shit. Now that one not sure.
That was dope though. That was pretty dope.
Hey, I'm with it.
All right.
I heard that somewhere.
Nah, that's original.
Pay your fare.
Original.
Comb your hair.
And with that, man, listen, man, next week, tune in this week. Matter of fact, before we do that, tomorrow, tune in on Facebook, I keep calling Fanbase Facebook. It's too soon. Tune in on Fanbase tomorrow. We're going to do a review of the show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, Fanbase, man, that can go on and on and on because, you know, we give everybody a chance to really interact with the conversation. And that's what I like about platforms like Clubhouse and Fanbase. We gonna be going on Fanbase because it's black owned. So you know what I mean, Black Fish for Fanbase, and we gonna be on there. You know, doing. I'm gonna drop some clips in there in case people didn't catch this show tonight. And we're gonna do a review as well. So you know, you want to be a part of the conversation. If you want, you know, give your input on what we talked about today, then you know you can definitely do that. So follow us on Fanbase. If you don't have a Fanbase account, go ahead and make one right now, tonight, so you don't miss out tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So I guess
that's it, nigga.
That's everything.
We ain't got no outro, man.
Niggas don't want to get off.
We ain't got no outro. Y'all gotta help us out. Help us come up with an intro and an outro. You know what I mean?